Ladies and gentlemen, I just ate a crap ton of hummus, did a handstand, drank some water, and now I have a juice box and I almost threw up. And we're about to play Sunless Sea. I have never scratched the surface of this game, but it has been highly recommended. It's been one that I've mentioned I really want to see for myself. I've heard the vernacular of this game is right up our alley. There's going to be a lot of Gander happening right here, and I cannot wait to experience it. Now, this is just a little one-off video. We have a little bit of a gap in the matrix right now. So whether we do a whole series of this, well, that's going to be up to us. See how the video does, and we'll see what people think about it afterwards. At the end of the day, I enjoy this as much as you do, as long as you enjoy it as much as I do. We are entwined, you bastards, and you can't escape the fate of the Sunless Sea. Anyway, new game. Are you sure? Yes. I think I gotta work on how to introduce games. Wait, oh yeah, I probably say what this game is. What is this game? Well, it looks like it's a Lovecraftian horror type deal, where you're going around a sunless sea and there's nasties all over the place. There's a lot of reading, a lot of story, a lot of lore to be had. So buckle up for amateur voice acting that is very inconsistent as I jump between the exact same accents across multiple characters. Here we go. The captain's making. 3 decades ago, in the reign of our Queen Victoria, London was stolen by bats. What? Wait, is this randomly generated? Is this AI? London was stolen by bats. Those filthy beasts. I always knew we couldn't trust them, hiding out in their caves, only coming out at night using their damn sonars. Oh, wait, are we a... wait, comatose ferret? What am I seeing right now? So far, immediate first impressions, I love it. Okay, so now it lies a mile below the surface. It was dreadfully inconvenient for everyone, but it opened a vast black ocean to you. Welcome to the Undersea. A past wreathed in shadows. Decide later. Wait, what? If you want to get out to Z immediately, choose this. Opportunities to revisit your past. Well, no. We are building our past. Look at all these tabs. It's frickin' tabula rasa. I gotta see what that game's all about as well. Choose a past. Decide who you were and who you want to be. It looks like we have one choice. Decide who you were and who you want to be. You now lodge in a room above the blind helmsman. I can't click on that. All right, continue. Oh, the pieces of the puzzles. This calls for a little bit of juice box intake. We're having a little bit of apple berry juice blend from concentrate. It tastes like sugar, and that's exactly what we need. Now you're a captain. Now you belong to the... Why I taste iron. Some kind of metallic. How peculiar. You belong to the Underseas, but you were... Wait, but who were you before? It's already breaking my brain. I think it was filled with, like, some kind of aluminum. It's going straight into the bloodstream. An ordained priest. You fell from grace. There's nothing left ashore for you. An anonymous benefactor has found this way out for you. Perhaps at Z, you can overcome your appetites. This will give you a bonus to hearts, the skill of healing and morale. A natural philosopher, your peculiar theories on time, blood, and starlight brought you down to the neath, the cavern where London lies. And now they take you out to Z. This will give you a bonus to mirrors, the skill of detection and perception. That kind of sounds a little sultry. Oh god, I see an exclamation point. That's all I needed to see is an exclamation point. Veteran of the campaign of 68. You fought in the invasion of hell. London's armies lost, you survived. Your loot and your pension have brought you a command. This will give you a bonus to iron, the skill of causing direct damage. A poet. Oh, this is a double exclamation mark. Educated and articulate, you seek sensation at sea. How lucky you had a legacy to spend. Your long-vanished father had a rich patron, it seems. This will give you a bonus to pages, the skill of trickery and knowledge. So far, it's poet. A street urchin. Your urchin gang cast you out when you grew too tall. You took to sea rather than graduate to larger crimes. The last big score was enough to buy a ship. This will give you most of veils. The skill is subtlety and evasion. I like this. You have to be this high to be an urchin. Damn you, you bastard. You're too tall. You're gonna knock your head on all the wooden planks that we're trying to sneak underneath. You're gonna give us away. We're gonna be a poet. A wise sailor. Experience? You have intuition. And your friend, the sly navigator, he's a little vague, but he probably knows what he's doing. Perhaps you can find someone better eventually. Talk to the navigator to find out why he went to Z. Okay, this is like a little bit of a summary. I don't know. Okay, you were a struggling port. Now you're a Z captain. I'm reading this as the. Now you are the captain. Welcome to the captain. You are a stranger. Quality has gone. Welcome to the world. This is the first time I ever pulled that accent out. It almost took over. We almost had a new personality enter our multiple personality brain. You've gained 20 echoes. You gained 25 pages. You have a sly navigator and someone is looking for passage. I'm pretty sure so far this is probably the longest anybody has ever taken in these menus. We're like 6 minutes in. I've clicked like 2 buttons and I'm excited beyond compare. What is all This? Don't get distracted. Your father's bones. What does winning mean to you? Your father was lost at Z. You never knew him, but you've often dreamed of him. Find and return his remains to London for a decent burial. I kind of like that idea. Gather 100 tales, learn all you can of the Z, write a masterpiece, and retire. You know how it is to be poor. Now you want a mansion, servants, fine clothes, a family, perhaps. A private kingdom. It's locked. Ooh, now we are a poet. Gathering 100 tales and learning all we can to write a masterpiece? This sounds right up our alley, in terms of our character. Let the past be the past. We lead a life of fulfillment. Whether you return to Fallen London, or whenever you return to Fallen London, you have the option of retiring, but you'll need to write your masterwork first. An occurrence! Your objective ambition. Qualities now become London's most venerated explorer. Please continue. Alright. Captain, an irregularity with the Harbour Master's office. They wish to know, what term of address do you prefer ashore? Madame? More the captains choose this rather than might expect. Me lord. Perhaps you really do come from a noble family. Who's to know? Milady? Perhaps you really do come from an... Oh, that's the same thing. Captain. Citizen, sir. This is tough. Captain has a nice ring to it. Well ashore and well at sea, sir. I don't think we're ready for the me lord. We're gonna go captain. We're gonna play as a captain. Captain it is. A last piece of advice. Explore, take chances. This captain will probably die. And Z is hungry. But each captain passes on lessons to the next. An occurrence. Who are you? Continue. Choose your name. Oh, of course. This is Reginald Stoutworthy. Is there a man that seemingly has a regality of the mustachians? That one may be better suited though. Though this does have the old hair and the bald patch. Please, sir, I suffer from a bald patch. There he is. Except, Fallen London, deep, dark, and marvelous. All voyages... Am I recording? Oh, thank God. All voyages start here, and this is where successful voyages end. Advice for captains, the much-lamented M. London. She's the greatest city on the undersea. Your lodgings. Here you may catch up with your correspondence, rest, retire altogether, seafaring. A passenger, someone in the docks wants to board your ship. I guess this is how we navigate. We can go to different places. Advice for captains. This is the tutorial. Do we? No, no. We don't have time for this. We don't have... this is technically a first look at, right? I'm not supposed to be doing this. We're doing YouTube as a blind playthrough, damn it. Okay. Sell this book. No, perhaps not. She's the greatest city. We gotta find out what our lodgings is all about. Read the morning papers! I'm sorry, I get excited with the mundane. If a game allows you to do the mundane, I'm in. I should probably do those simulation games at some point, like Lawnmower Simulator. Anyway, here you may catch up with your correspondence, rest, or retire altogether from seafaring life. The better your lodgings, the better the... Can we do... Let's just retire right now. Oh, we've had a good run. Read the morning papers. The unexpurgated Gazette. Is anyone... Expurgafactor? I've talked about this in like a year ago, I think. Expurgafactor. One of my favorite vernaculars. It's anything that wakes you up in the morning can be an expurgafactor. Damn those filthy expurgafactors. Formerly known as London Magazine and Spiteful Trumpeter News. Go. What does this little symbol mean? Outlying colonies are often eager for this. Okay. We have one recent news. The Echo Bazaar. That enigmatic marketplace has increased its tax on love stories. The traitor empress has forbidden singing in the street outside of her palace. The anarchists of the Calendar Council have inexplicably dynamited a drinking fountain. The Ministry of Public Decency has located and destroyed a nest of gallbladder wasps. The world is moving, and so must we. Go back to the rest of the city. What's waiting for you in London? Yes, let's go to London. Adopt a Blemmingan Gallivanter. A Blemmingan sits atop a splintered crate, clicking and whistling at captains as they come near. Unlocked with no more than 0 Blemmingan Gallivanters? Yes. Please. Is this some kind of creature of the depths? A polite bow. You extend your hand, and the Blemmingan leaps upon you. Its tendrils entwine with your fingers, and it chitters quietly. It meets your gaze and bobs its dome in greeting. It's very small. Is it old enough for naval service? You're pretty sure its mustache has been drawn on in pen in an attempt to look older. As you approach your ship's gangplank, the creature flutes and vibrates with apparent happiness. The bosom winches as you bring it aboard. You now have one Blemmingan Gallivanter. Continue. I'm in love. I'm in love, and we've done nothing. Fallen on the deep dark. Okay. A passenger in the dock. Someone wants to board our ship. Let's do it. Someone in the docks wants to board your ship. Agree to carry the Gnomic Gallivant to the Cumian Canal or the Iron of Misery Funging Station or both. What are you talking about? What is this? That's the navigator. We're a comatose ferret. Or our mascot is. Who the hell's the Misery Funging Station or the Cumian Canal? Unlocked with a request for passage 2. And a request for passage no more than 2. You have 2. History is a horse. Who will prick it up from their spares? It cries to do. He cries to no one in particular. A drop of blood may be as precious as a ruby. You're hired. Welcome aboard. He puffs out his chest. Ruby studs gleam in the lamplight. I knew London had enterprising sailors still left in it. I am seeking truce, Captain, which, I am told, I may find in the Iron and Misery Funging Station and the Cumian Canal. Ideally, I'd learn both, but I could settle for one. For at Port Cecil, there will be a contest, and we will change the world with a game of chess. A king will fall. Bound for both these places. Welcome. This is overwhelming in a very good way. Okay, we'll go back to London. Visit the Admiral's survey. They'll pay for information from the captains. Find out what and how. Is this like quest boards? Ask if there's anything in particular they need. Well, if we can be assured of your discretion. Ask to speak to a higher authority. Do you have an appointment? Leave the Admiralty. Do you need any help with anything? Unlocked with favor. So this is just telling us what circumstances are required to unlock this selection. So we can't have any current ones, so I guess you can only have one at a time. And we need to have some favor with them. Okay. You need anything? This port. Speak to our agent then and return. We'll see that you're rewarded. Visit the port below and return to London. You can check the details in your journal at any time. Retrieve strategic information from Guider's Mourn in the Corsair Forest, somewhere not far from home water. So these must be locations on the map. I wonder if it's all, if it's a static map or it's procedurally generated. I should look up these things before I start playing a game, but you know what? I enjoy diving into this beautiful experience as blind as possible. We don't need to do anything else. Perhaps not. Okay. Oh, wait. Story. Hold. Story. Hold. Cargo. We have fire. Flames. Invictus tokens. We have recent news. Oh, curiosities. Advice for captains. We have a deck and a weapon on our deck. Journal. Your journal! Objectives and story progress are on the right-hand side. Mouse over an icon to click on the counter to head to see your details. Okay. Close. Do not disable this. Memoirs. So we click on this, it gives us a little bit of explanation. We have accomplishments. We are a mariner. Objectives. Ambition. And this is the commission we just got. So we need to get to Gator's Mourn. Wonderful. Can we, like, pin that on the map? Misk. Someone in London requires your service. Almost safe 1. Ruby writing bound for both. Oh, that's the guy we just picked up. I got a hiccup, sorry. Okay, hold journal officers. Is this the Blemmingen Gallivanter? What a keen little mushroom. Mirrors +3, pages +2, right click to speak. Left click the drag to assign officers or right click to speak to them. Assigned officers give ability bonuses. Holy shit. So currently we have a comatose ferret as a mascot. We get hearts +1. This will give us mirrors and pages. I think we get the comatose ferret out of here, but we want to speak to him first. Play with your ferret. Play. The eye roll says play. I played once in the happy warrens of London before you installed me in this floating coffin and made me eat dried food. Damn your play. It is an eloquent eye roll. At ease. We've done it. I want to talk to the Blemmingen. It has made its home on a shelf in your cabin. Entertain your Blemmingen. A ticklish thing. The Blemmingen flails and squirms as you tickle it. Its high-pitched warble is almost certainly giggling. When you stop to check that you're not actually hurting it, it wraps its tendrils around your fingers and pulls your hand back. Apparently, it is enjoying itself. Disgusting! But we love you. Okay. Mirrors +1. Speak to. Tell me a tale and I'll tell you another. The Z is full of stories. So this can increase his maximum mirrors. Okay, and we need to have a secret. What does he want? Proposition the sly navigator. Okay, what do you want? The Z is enough. But now you mention it, I've always had the desire to see Frostfound, the place where the Z rises. Okay, we got places to go. And we need to get out of here. Shops? You can buy fuel supplies, shipping, and trade goods. Shops are displayed on the left. Click on one to see its wares. There is so much shit. But I guess we're in London. The Wolfstock Exchange. Okay, hold on a second. I feel like we should always be stocking up on a little bit of extra fuel. A flare sounds pretty damn important as well. Reveal your enemies, increasing the speed of your firing solutions. Food and equipment. How much money do we have? Where's our damn currency? Show yourself, currency. As I scan. Scanning. 70. There it is. We have 70 echoes. Okay. What do you have? Devil Bone Dice. An exchange, you say? I guess we can... Ooh, some wine. Firkin of prisoner's honey. Torpedo components. Okay, I think this stuff is going to be... we are clay. We will work. We will only work. I think most of this stuff we don't need. Is this upgrades? This will cost 50 echoes. What does this do? A battered rusty mechanism that will ensure your ship goes in more or less the correct direction. Opticals, lights. Okay, I think we want to start by getting some extra food. We only have 5 supplies and 10 fuel. Let's get a little bit of extra supplies. You can't go wrong with extra supplies. London's currency is the Echo. To earn money, explore the map and bring back reports. Gotcha. And, or we could sell the advice for 50 Echoes. We can't do that. We can't do that. Let's buy a flare. We don't know how to use it. Some extra fuel. And, oh, it's only 1 fuel for 10? Maybe something like that. Save 20 in the back pocket. Okay. Shipyard. Your current shit of shit? Your current shit. Let's up. We can go from this to this tugboat. Total minus, I guess we gain 500 Echoes? Oh, look at this. Look. Okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves. What do? Click the launch button to leave port. Can I zoom out? I need to see the map. M. We have no direction. Most icons have keyboard shortcuts. Mouse over to see them. Where's the icons? Oh, down here. Gazetteer. Chart. Main menu. What's a gazetteer? That's this. Get the gazetteer out of here. Z-bats. Toggle Z-lights. Repair the ship or full power to the engines. Pause. Holy shit. Time was just moving. Alright, I'm gonna launch us. How do we launch? Oh, there. E. WASD keys. To move, tap W twice to reach max speed. Tap S to slow down or reverse, and use the A and D to steer. We're off, lads. The maiden voyage of the glory and grandeur. It's a very appropriate game. I recently watched The Lighthouse. And that movie is just... That's a wonky one. And I loved every minute of it. Definitely has those interesting Lovecraftian vibes to it, though. Bad Stevener's Abyss. That doesn't sound too welcoming. So I don't really know where we need to go. We just gotta find some locations. Is that an enemy? I hope not. Maybe he's fishing? I think he's just fishing. It looks like he's got like a little fishing hole there. What the hell is that? Let's go a little bit of left. Hunger. 23% fuel remaining. Oh, so this is like 1 barrel of fuel. Jesus. Pause. After a short time at Z, a lamp icon will appear above the logbook. It means that opportunities await you at the next port. This thing. Something awaits you in port. I guess, is that going... If we go back to port here? We're not ready. We need to map the world. Hunter's Keep. Hold on. Journal. No, this one. Journal. Do we know the direction we have to go to? Retrieve strategic info for Gator's Mourn in the Corsair Forest somewhere not far from home waters. You gotta give us a direction, you bastards. Alright. We set forth, based on our own accords. I offer you an accord. Can we park at Hunter's Keep? Is there a docking station? Am I going to crash? I think we're gonna crash. Okay, we're gonna... There's the dockage. What's this? Can I shine my beacon upon it? Is that some kind of loot box at the top there? It looks like the Among Us guy. I didn't trust it. What happened? 50 fragments gained. We're gonna thread the needle. The first big move in Sunless Sea. There's also Sunless Skies. I do have... Pause. That circle of light is a port. Go there for stories. We would love to. Oh, it wasn't a fishing hole. It was parked next to the boat and converse with them. What a maneuver. Did you guys see that? We're starving. We have 5 supplies left? What? There's 1 man. How much does this mushroom eat? Click the dock button. Dock. We've done it. Alright, we need to pick up a lot more food, I feel. Hold. Yeah, we only have 5 left. That's insanity. A quiet island. Hunter's Keep. A hump of dark rock swathed in mist, like 100 other undersea islands. A hump of dark rocks swathed in mist, we already read that. Impossible green and lush in the false starlight, raked gravel paths. You stand in the dark, the dock, as the sea nudges the ship's sides. An unexpectedly warm breeze carries the faintest trace of lavender. Present yourself at the house. They will have heard your ship come in, why hide? Walk in the gardens, take a couple of burly sailors with you, just in case, but the gardens are tranquil with moonlight. Reconnoitre the island. Is that like reconnaissance? Plunging cliffs, soft green lawns, a well tucked away in a fold of the grounds. Anything else? Spy on the house. Your veil quality gives you a 75% chance of success. I think we spy. Just because we have a percent roll. I feel like we gotta try this first. Though we do want to just present ourselves. We are of noble candor. Unlocked when acquaintance sojourning with the sisters is. Spy on the house. This saving game? Oh no. Your page's score is 52. Piano music drifts across the terrace. You peer through a half-open French window into a grand parlor, grand in size, if a little reduced in style by dust and neglect. A dark-haired, pale-skinned young woman bends earnestly over a piano keyboard. Another fair-haired but unmistakably her sister sprawls on the sofa with a book. A third sits by the fireplace, staring sorrowfully into the embers. Soon, she says, and the piano music falters and stops. We'll go hungry, and then the end will come for me, but not for you. The pianist raises her eyes from the keyboard. Hush! If we don't speak of it! She frowns. Has she seen you at the window? You withdraw. You succeeded in a Veil's challenge. Amazing. You know something of Hunter's Keep. You've gained 40 fragments. I don't know really what we've learned. It sounds like they don't want to speak of something. They're going starving. They're like excited to die. Like she's gonna die. And she's like, hold the phone. Shut your mouth. We can't give them any food. I think we present ourselves. Knock, knock, and enter. A maid with smoldering topaz eyes shows you into the parlor where three young women wait. A visitor? The youngest cries. The next youngest chuckles. The eldest sighs. Do excuse the indecorum, she says. Visitors are rare, and you are very welcome. I am Cynthia. The noisy one is Phoebe. The cheerful one is Lucy. You're in good time for lunch. Won't you? Oh shit! They're gonna eat us. I should have sussed out a cannibal. You're acquainted with the sisters. A row of watchful Z-bats perch on the ship's railing, their heads swivel in unison as you cross the deck. Aren't these the bats that took out London? A hump of dark rock swathed in them. Okay. Luncheon with the sisters. Cynthia's the eldest, melancholy, pensive, occasionally dramatic. Luncheon with the sisters. Lucy. Wait, we get to choose which one? News, news! Plunging cliffs. Can we just walk away and do this? I think we gotta do a little reconnaissance. Ships rarely come here, nothing changes, even the weather. The house is the heart of the island, the house and the sisters, but the Admiralty. Admiralty may be happy to know that nothing's changed at least. We got a report. Ah, so every time we go to a new place, we need to do the reconnoitre. Reconnoitre. In order to gain information. Melancholy, pensive, occasionally dramatic. Sunny, restless, prone to the giggles. Soft, watchful, and unpredictable. I think we want someone prone to the giggles. Lunch with Lucy. Lucy leans over and whispers to you confidentially. A complex story about a butler, a pig, and an inheritance. You don't follow all the details of the plot, but somehow the pig ends up in the attic, and the butler in a vicar's bed. Candles flicker, dishes enter and leave, and the wind butts gently at the window panes. By the time the plum pudding arrives, you're as cheerful as you've been in months. That's all for now. You're acquainted with them, you've gained some supplies, thank the gods, you've lost 16 hunger, and you now have the gods of the Z stone's attention. Is someone watching you? The god... It's very far away, but perhaps it's watching you. What is going on? The parlor's empty. Where are the sisters? News! News! Even when the sisters aren't feeling sociable, they can be tempted out of their lair by the smell of news stories. Because we have some recent news to share? Hello? You no longer have... Oh, we gave it away. You ask the sulfuride maid to carry a few hints of your news to the sisters. Oddly enough, she comes back with a message that their headaches are cured and you're invited to lunch. Oh, more giggles? Let's go with the... You know, let's go with the eldest. Melancholy, pensive, occasionally dramatic. Cynthia grasps your arms. Oh, we got some tales of terror. And whispers to you. Her eyes are wide and blue. Her hair is wild and tangled. Bats might nest in it. It seems to you that you are sitting on a hillside above a wide blue lake, listening to a story of a murder, an axe, a net, blood on scented water. Another chop? Cynthia asks. You've barely touched your food. Here, I'll have the maid wrap something up for you. You can't be hungry. It's not safe to be hungry. You now have one wary of terror. The fear of the wide black sea and the things belong. You now have one tale of terror. That's all for now. Till then, we gained another supply. Iron remains unchained. And we are acquainted with some of the sisters. You now have the Gods of Sea Salt's attention. Wow. I think that's enough about this place. We got to get out of here. I think we return at this point because we're going to starve. We need to return, cash in our supplies, and buy a shit ton of food. Wait a minute. What is low bonnet? What is the low bonnet? Is that the docking port over there? It could be. It looks like it's something that's sunk under the sea. Can I crash if I go on top of it? It looks like I can go on top of it. We indeed can. Terror. When you see green running lights on the ship, you're in the dark and your crew's terror will increase. Watch the pips on the terror indicator. Terror level 2. It increases faster when you're far from land. Don't let it reach 100. Headlights. Your prow light can be turned on or off. Leaving it on reduces the rate at which you gain terror, but makes you more visible to enemies. Okay. Okay, here we go. Toggle lights is L. So we zoop, zoop. I see. I think we can leave them on. What's that little... Is that a picker-upper? Is there, like, day and night cycles? I guess you can't really know, right? We're buried underground somewhere? I want whatever this is. It looks like a buoy. What's that? The air trembles. A breath of change passes. Terror. Ow, we crashed! Okay, let's return to London. Full throttle. So it seems like, if I understand, the loop of this game is to go out, come back, and keep circling. See how long you can last out there with your supplies. Survive, of course. And bring back the stories to tell. To fallen London. Quite fascinating, I must say. Okay, let's dock. And share the stories of the three sisters. Gain some renown. Oh, an inspection by the Ministry of Public Decency. Some things are too illegal for the Customs Service to admit the existence of the Ministry. Are here looking for those. Nothing to hide. You shrug and invite them to search your ship thoroughly. I don't think we have anything. They leave scuff marks on the newly scrubbed decks and take great pleasure in tangling the rigging. They find nothing more dangerous than moldy ship's biscuits. Okay. Returning to London. Collect messages from the harbor master. All the clatter and song of the dockside. It soothes the soul. Are there messages for you? Let's find out. Something has changed in the Neath. Someone wants to sign on. That's all for now. You now have another day of free evening. The Rose Market bustles on Roser's Wharf. Who will be there today? I guess it's a place we can go to. Maybe get some nice trade opportunities. We need to sell these echoes. Or get echoes. Continue. A little gift. A very fine evening to you, Captain. Oh, it popped up here. Consider a special surgeon. Okay, let's start with this beautiful little gift. He looks very sultry. A very fine evening to you, Captain. My, what you might call mentor, is very fond of an adventurous sea captains, and he would like to offer you what you might call a dispensation. On account of he is so fond of the captains, behind the blind bruiser on the dock stands a dray piled high with fuel and supplies. Inquire further, is there a catch? An airy wave. He runs a fine and very liberal establishment just across the river. What is much patronized by sailors and by men of wit and vinegar. A public house. And there is no obligation to speak of. My patrons would only hope that you might remember him kindly, and I suppose that if the opportunity should arise for you to return his kindness, then I do not imagine he would refuse such an offer. I accept. Do make sure you have 15 points of space in the hold or come back later. Well, my patron hopes you find these little gifts to your liking, and he expects that perhaps someday you might choose to call on him at the Medusa's Head. Should that day come, we will make you very welcome, and give you safe conduct, what you might require. Good evening to you. He salutes and is gone. We got extra fuel, extra supplies. Unbelievable. We have some suspicion. I think that's a fair trade. That's exactly what we needed. Rose's Wharf. The Rose Market caters to collectors and eccentrics, anyone with exotic tastes and a gumption to harass the captains. According to the archaic rules of the market, you can only make one trade per visit. I think everything's locked. They'll pay to learn moves in the great game. Escort some interested acquaintances to the Rose Market. They hope to make a satisfying trade. This will usher in a new day at the Rose Market and perhaps new buyers. I don't think we want to do that. This is just going to be like, cycle it. Perhaps not. We don't want to waste that. Consider the specialist. What? Employ the clattery hare. Her talents could be well employed to your vessel. She's a doctor and increases hearts. We need to have 30 freaking echoes. I hope that doesn't leave us. I think it's London. They'll pay for information. Hunter's Keep. I trust the sisters are keeping well. They are citizens of her enduring majesty notionally. Go. They give us $5. Frickin' hell. We gained some fuel though. Okay, alright. Do you have an appointment? Do you speak? We need more echoes. Damn it, we need the doctor. Unlocked with favors. No more than 2. You have 1. Okay, let's see. Let's see what happens. Do you have an appointment? None as such. Once you've proven yourself, perhaps, survey 3 ports and return to win the Admiral's approval. Okay. Onto the foggy streets. Turn your collars up. Curious. Ooh, carouse in the Wolfstop docks. A matter of luck. 80% chance of success. This will reduce your terror, but you might run into trouble or romance. Hell yes. Go. There is no danger here. Try to enjoy yourself. This will reduce your terror. Okay, a marvelous night out. Sea shanties, fine food, and the warmth of a pub fire, and something more. You were fortunate. You lost 3 terror. You lost 10. Oh, shit. You now have some recent nose, and you lost a free evening. So that kind of gets rid of the terror buildup by having a good time. We wasted that, I think, because we didn't really have much. We didn't really have much. Oh. That night in Wolfstack, you find yourself sharing a table with a likely lass, a dapper chap, or someone whose name you do not afterwards recall. Your only love is the Z. You'll take comfort where you find it. That's all it is. An elegant fellow with a Presbyterian accent and an unexpectedly delighted laugh. By the evening's end, it seems natural that he should accompany you home. She tipsily claims to be a spy. Whatever she is, she's easy to like. And when the evening ends, you're still together. Our only love is the Z. Wonderful. We're alone. Exactly how we like it. Okay. Put your ship in the dry dock for repairs. I think we just gotta head back out there. Ooh. Tomb colonists. An immigrant will pay to be taken north to Venderbight. I like it. You have 1 tomb colonist. Take the colonist to Venderbight. We gotta go north. We have some direction. Perfect. A new recruit? Who awaits your attention? Someone wants to sign on. Locked. Engage a sailor. What desperate desires had led this one to sign on? Who cares? They're very keen. And they're cheap. Let's do it. This will simply increase your crew by 1. Do it. We've gained a lad. I don't know if that's good for us, to be honest. Maybe do we have to feed him? Alright. I think we head out. We gotta head north. Wait, our lodgings. Anything we have to do here? No. Perhaps not. Okay. Launch me. We're going to level 2. Hull is 75 out of 75. We have 12 supplies and a lot of fuel. And a man who needs to be delivered. We gotta check out this fishing ship. Further from London, the risks are greater, but so are the rewards. Well provisioned. I want to talk to this gentleman. I can feel the grip of the game. Like the tendrils of the abyss slowly creeping its way up my spine. Amalgamating with my spinal fluid that fuels the pineal gland. Dock. A light ship far from home. Purchase fuel, speak to the crew. Tea beneath the light and the bleaching glare of the lens. Among the smells of oil and metal, you sip tea and chat. The Z Terra resides. You've lost recent news and you now have one Z story. They're going all in with this joke. If I can even call it that. I love it. Launch me. So these are going to be like random events that can help quell the needs of the crew. I love it. Did we actually pick up someone that we can add in? No, those are officers. Okay. And the hold. How do we see our crew size? What's this? Flare? We have abilities? I wonder if that's in battle. What is this? The Tomb Colonist. Alright. Looked like we had 240 puzzle pieces. Nothing like a good 1,000 piece jigsaw puzzle. I'm telling you, especially the ones that have a little bit of awkward edges. You never want the straight edge ones. It's just too easy. It's like the puzzle is insulting you. You gotta get all the curvatures. That gives you a wild ride. Now, I'm not one of the type of people to do a puzzle then frame it. I do the puzzle, look at it in satisfaction, crumple it up, and throw it back in the box. Never to be seen again. It's getting a little bit spooky over here. Scanning. Looks like a whole bunch of giant Japanese jellyfish. What's this? What are you? Pardon me? You've encountered an opponent. The red arc shows the range of your deck gun. Keep the enemy enraged while your crew works out the firing solution. This will happen faster if you keep the enemy in your prow light. The deck gun will be highlighted as your crew makes progress towards a firing solution. Press space or close the tutorial to continue. Alright, we're going in. We do have a flare. Blast them, blast them, blast them. Shoot them, shoot them. Do we have to shoot? I thought they'll do it for us. Quick turns. What do you think of that? We gotta give him the riggy ziggies. Jesus. Behold, get him in the spotlights. I don't know how to dodge. We got him on the run. We got him on the run. Get him out of here. You destroyed a pirate steam pinoche. The ship is yours. What? Loot and scuttle. You have finished opening a cache of curiosities. A bolt of fabric. Shake out a little and let it glimmer in the light. Parabola linen. Parabola is a serpent placed behind mirrors, or someone made that up, but in that case, where do they weave the sleek and ambery glimmering cloth? You now have a bale of parabola linen. Close the gazetteer. Unbelievable. Claiming your okay, so we gotta learn proper combat expertise. Absolutely. This looks like a dockable. Davy Jones. It's Davy's Bay. Show me where I can dock upon thee. I must reconnaissance for the greater glory of our future book. Ah, there's the crew. We have 9 out of 10 sailors. The Ziggy Riggies. Is this just London? Like we're on the edge, the precipice of London, and these are like the different pieces of it? It seems huge. Maybe we shouldn't be sticking so close to the shore. Carissa's Point. We fed the crew, wonderful. Discovered Davies Bay. Oh, we do get fragments for this. How about Carissa's Point? Oh, this is the most recent. All right, I see what's happening here. Something awaits you in port. That looks juicy. We must know. A sluggish wave. The ship pitches. I wonder if terror is going to reduce if we're outside of the field. Look, what's this mist? Tanakshuk. We've discovered Tanakshuk. Oh, dockables. I want to see what Tanakshuk is, though. There has to be a dockable. We have entered a fog bank. Our gunners struggle to see the foe. This looks like a god temple to the elder beings. I don't see any dockable, though. What is that? Okay, we're going to investigate this and then dock over here. What does this mean? Hold capacity. Fed the crew. Stop feeding them. They gotta earn that food. Cant's Abyss. Is that what this is? What happens if I go right in here? This is gonna hurt me, isn't it? We need to know. A sailor is praying. It's a freaking bat swarm? Hold the line, gentlemen. Full reverse. Destroy the bats with the fervor of the gods. Tutorial. There's nothing there. Get them out of here. Drink their blood. A bat swarm defeated. Little leathery corpses lie scattered across your deck. The rest of the swarm vanishes. How did we shoot them with a gun cannon? Like a ship's cannon. That is incredible skill. Dispose of the corpses. They mere touch leaves you shuddering. Their mere touch leaves you shuddering. This will slightly reduce terror. Gather up the corpses. They are succulent. With stolen blood into the pot. A meal. A succulent Chinese meal. Gather up the corpses. I'm not relating Chinese meal to eating bats, by the way. I didn't mean that. None in that way. It was just a reference. Just a reference. Get out of here. Get out of here. I just hit my microphone. All right, we're back. We have one supply, and we've gained some terror. You know what? I'm kind of curious what happens when our terror reaches terrifying potential. I just can't. The Cant's Abyss. We're gonna dock. The greatest allure so far of this game, it definitely comes down to that fresh idea of exploration, to see what's out there. Even if you're just like they did a good job where they reward you every time you just discover a location. It just really makes you okay. Pause. It really makes you want to just set sail and map the world. Dock me. The trouble with tomb colonists. Is this where we had to go? You've brought this decaying emigrant north. Now what? Is this where it was? I completely forgot. Days of shrooms and roses. The new tomb colonist surveys Venderbight, shaking her head. It won't do, she says. It won't do at all. A plan. I had no idea the place would be quite so underpossessing. Perhaps we can liven it up a little yet. If only I had a helper, Z Captain. Bring 10 units of mushroom wine to Venderbight, and perhaps they'll have something for you. Bring wine to Vendor. You've lost the tomb colonist. Did he pay us? Alright. I don't think we have any mushrooms, do we? Shh, it's a secret. I don't think we have any mushrooms. The root of all good. Okay. On deck, you can hear the sound of 1,000 bandaged men. Makes their scuttle. Is this leprosy? The land of the lepers? It cured me, sir. That's right, Jesus. He came over and cured me. Who's plotting what? Sometimes I just can't stop myself when a reference pops into my head. Visit the first curator. Gather gossip, explore. We gotta start with the exploration. Saving this a game. Close that tutorial. A corkscrewed street. At the twisty tip of an odd little side street, welcoming yellow light glows from the gilt-lettered windows of a restaurant. A sign reads, Vengeance of Jonah! A beefy tomb columnist bustles up. A grey mustache pokes impertinently out from under his bandages. Come in. Come in. That's all for now. The Vengeance of Jonah. Sample today's special with a 60% chance of success. We can't do anything here. We can recruit him. The bandage poisoneer. I guess we gotta like successfully do this multiple times. We just need money. What is this? Unlocked with one strange catch. Perhaps not. Is there anything else here? Visit the first curator. Z captains. The first curator gives audience. The first curator is responsible for the preservation of the tomb colonies. Alright. No more light. The obsequious steward cautions you. The vernacular is of the candorous gods themselves. The curator is terribly afraid of moths. He opens the door and you step into near darkness. A pair of luminous lamplighter bees buzz in the latticed ivory tube. There is no other source of light. A bandage shape no larger than a child lies crumpled on the couch. It lifts its head with obvious efforts. It takes several seconds for you to distinguish its voice from the soft buzz of the bees. Listen to a whispered request. Unlocked with no more than 0 the neath bow. Ask about the Grand Sanatorium. Accept the commission. Thank you. This poor flesh thirsts for colors. Let's listen to the request. It pays well. 7 colors. Cosmogon, Irigo, Pelagian, Stewart, has, list. Find them here and there across the wide Black Sea. Alright. We're gonna accept the commission. I guess we gotta get all these different colors. It collapses, rusty mass on the couch. Even the effort of speaking seems to have diminished it a little. The audience is over. As the door opens, it shrinks from the finger of light that reaches across the floor. Outside, the obsequious steward nods. The book? Yes, the book. He hands you a slim, illustrated volume. The curator is old. Old as dust. We will be grateful if you do it one last favor. Alright. Gather gossip. You now have one port report. They don't give up their ties to home or their politics. You gather a haul of complex clues enough to keep your contacts in London interested. I wonder if we... Like, are we all... Suffered 5 damage? Are we always beholden to London? Or are there different factions? We can, like, betray the secrets to other factions and betray London themselves. The Vengeance of... Okay, I think we can leave. Let's disembark. We have colors to collect. Oh man, see, I love when I look at my recording time and I see it's been like 50 minutes. Fly by. It has just flying by? It's just flown by. My wires are getting twisted though. Cant's Abyss. We gotta find out what we can or can't do in the Cant's Abyss. It's just one more location. Just one more location before we end the episode. It's giving me that twitch. Just one more, damn it. The lamplight. It must, like, help with terror if we're in the lamplight. Weren't we supposed to find so many different places nearby London? I think we're going to give me the map. We need to do a little loop around. A little loop down. We're gonna go south and return back to London. London's calling. What was that? Puel Point. Where's Puel Point? I cannot see it. How do I know where it is? Is it up here? I feel like once that pings, it should pop up on the map. Because I can't zoom out. Where's Puel Point? We're burning fuel. Oh, that's that music. A white Z-bat. It might be a little loud, but there's no turning back at this point. Auxiliar has grown fretful and disobedient, reluctant to go on deck, even in port. There's a white Z-bat watching me up there. Salt's messenger. Salt's got its eye on me. I'll never see home again. Shoot the Z-bat. 75% chance of success. If the bloody thing is frightened by your bloody crew, you'll bloody well settle its hash. Salt. One of the nameless gods, that sailor's fear. This sailor is a conscientious man. Send him to the sick bay on the pretext of a fever. We do not bend the knee to the filthy gods themselves. Bang! It sees your intention and spreads its wings to flee, but your shot catches it and it falls on the deck with a broken fluttering. You cross the deck to collect the pale corpse. Your crew are utterly silent. No one catches your eye. You succeeded the challenge of iron. You gained 15 terror? I thought we would have, like, cured us of terror. We just killed the god's messenger. Salt's curse lies on you. You now have 1 hunting trophy, and you know something of the 3 gods of Z. The gods of Z, Salt's curse, a curse lies on you. The curse of the nameless god of farewells. I love this game. Whether or not it's going to be a good fit for like an actual playthrough, I can't. Jesus freaking crap, man. That I don't know if it's going to be a good fit for like a full series, but definitely at least a couple runs just to see how this kind of. There's pure well point. We found it. It could definitely be a fun one. Let's enter the mist. I don't want to deal with that beast at all. A lighthouse. It's Moody's light. Something's Shook. That's Tanashuk. I remember Tanashuk from before. It's an Aurora Megalops. You shall not see the light of days. Full reverse, full reverse. Keep it in line of sight. He fears us. Behold. He's faster than... Holy shit. Alright. A little bit scary. But we need some fresh crab. Dissect it for knowledge. 100% chance of success, we need knowledge. A crab full of conundrums. You set to work with your knives and acid is an undistinguished adolescent specimen, a megalops, of one of the deep Z crab species, but its eyes are normally vestigial in these troglodytic beasts are large and rather beautiful. The golden glow is almost gone now, although sparks leap now and then to your knife. You succeed in the page's challenge. You gain 25 fragments. But what are we going to use these fragments for, you say? Moody's light. So terror builds up pretty quickly, it seems. Which is beautiful. I love a game where you have to kind of fight against the sanity of your own brain. Map me. Okay. Little loop-de-loop. We only suffered 2 damage. Not too bad. Looks like we've lost a line of hull. Dust echoes. Even a sepia tint into the air. These are frickin' bat swarms. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Beautifully struck. Flee. Flee. Flee! 5 damage? It's really hard to, like, dodge. Okay, we're taking a lot of damage here, but we can feast on some more bats. This will reduce terror. Okay, let's reduce terror. You've lost 1 terror? I don't know if the hull damage is worth the terror reduction. We gotta get, like, better weapons, I think, to actually do that. What are you? You might be a pirate. All clear. What does that do? All clear. Ah! Oh! I see. Repair the ship. We're using our supplies, though? How do I stop? Stop it. We don't need to be in battle. Is he gonna fight us? How do I get out of battle? Z-Bat? What is Z-Bat? What the frick was that? We're back at the Hunter's Keep? Okay, let's go to... Let's go home. Let's go to London. I think we gotta explore more to the easterly winds to find out where this crewmate of ours needs to go. What a glorious expedition. What awaits us in London? We're going to stop off at London. We're going to end the episode here. After we see what's going on. Bad Stevener's Abyss. Nothing like a good steamboat action. $52, so glean another 179 fragments to gain a secret. So the more fragments we get, we build like secrets that we can then use for various nefarious deeds. Dock me. Returning to London. The story that only appears when you've been at sea for a little while. Collect message from the harbour master. All the clatter and song on the dockside, it soothes the soul. Are there messages for you? Well, let's see. Something has changed in the Neath. Someone wants to sign on. The blind bruiser attends to business on the dock. Right, he's the guy that we may have to help later on. That's all for now. You now have one of this. Another day, a free evening. The bros market hasn't changed because it's higher than 0. Okay. An urchin tugs your sleeve. You're a real sailor now, after all. Look at all the shit. Okay, hold on. Uh-oh. Good evening, Captain. And what a marvelous evening is to you. You don't mind me saying. So given is my impression that you're an obliged sort. I imagine you will not mind at all. And since you're so very obliging, perhaps you wouldn't mind making a little detour via Mount Palmerston with a few articles of cargo. If you happen to be in the area, a cheery man will of course cover your expenses for this trifling inconvenience. You will need at least 1 year of space in your hold, except absolutely. It is only, after all, a trifling inconvenience. If you'd be so kind to deliver this little gift to our friends about... Mount Palmerston is generally somewhere northeast of London. You now have one unstamped crate of brilliant souls. You agreed to smuggle souls from... Okay, so this is... If we get searched at the docks, we gotta be careful. I'm okay with working with this gentleman. He helps us, we help him. And that's gonna lead us to great writings for our future book. Okay, what's going on with a visit to Clem Tattoo Parlor? You're a real sailor now. The Dauntless Hand. Commemorate your daring. This will increase your iron by 2 permanently and cure up to 25 points of terror. Your veils permanently, the Wheel of Mist, the Unflinching Eye, increase your mirrors by 2 permanently and cure up to 25 points. The Splendor. The Gambit. Remain unblemished. This will reduce terror to 0 once only. Isn't pages... How do we see, like, our stats? Officers? Hold. Deck? Stats. Shops. Officers. Reginald Stoutworthy. Mirrors +3, pages +2. Didn't we choose like a background to have more pages? We're gonna take the pages. Ah, damn it. The Gambit. Perhaps if you have a hit or more, this will increase your pages by 2 permanently and cure up to 25 points. Locked! Ah, shit, we can't even do it. We can get iron by 2 or veils by 2. I think we're gonna go veils. Unlocked with 1 Z story and 1 echo. Ooh, Tale of Terror, though. That was kind of hard to get. Maybe we'll bump up our iron. Let's go iron. You've gained 2 iron, a total of 27. Lost the Tale of Terror. You lost 24 terror. Fantastic. Lost an echo. An occurrence. Your memoirs. Your own sweet skin quality is now the Dauntless Hand. Incredible. Okay, what else is here? This man. Speak to the merchant venture. I have need of a reliable agent. Failing that, an inventive one. Here are my requirements. Profit, you say? He has very specific needs, but he'll pay much better than market rates, and he won't ask how you came by these things. Alright. Speak to them further, or check your journal. Something bright? We can't do anything. If he has made 2 requests, you can fulfill either one. I will need your help. We just can't do any of this stuff. Perhaps not. And we don't have enough money for you. Let's go to London. Survey office. They'll pay for information. Yeah. 10. Oh, okay, we got some good stuff here. A little bit of fuel as well. Making money. Do you have an appointment? I don't think we can do that yet. Okay, that's it. Your lodgings. Read the morning papers. We gained some supplies. That's fantastic. And we have some more recent news. And that's all we can do. Visit your study, a private sanctuary? Oh my lordy. Back to the rest of the day. Visit the university. The university is an exhaustible appetite for secrets. Find secrets by the... What's all this? Visit the Rose Market. 80% chance. Cruise the Wolfstock docks. There's no danger here. Try to... I think we can do this one more time. Oh wait, no, this is... Oh wait, that's just going to help with our terror. We don't need to do that. A modest challenge to hire more crew. A new recruit, put your ship in dry dock. Let's visit the university. You lost one secret. A twist in your tail. You're now Favor's antiquarian. Okay. Oh yes, the University Maritime Liaison whispers breathily. Oh yes, this is quite a tasty one. Let me explain it to you. He explains, teeth glinting. Okay. So I guess we're earning more and more of these favor things and building like passive powers that we can then expend later on, or then possibly just grow our own tail for our retirement. Very curious. This is one I definitely want to look more into, the mechanics happening behind the scenes. Very interesting. Oh, the alarming scholar is mercurial, to say the least. A creature of sudden moods and provoking teeth, possibly her. Is it a her? Appointment as the University of Maritime Liaison was precautionary to keep his... Is it his? Razor-sharp enthusiasm from causing too many inquiries at the faculty. Ah, yes, the scholar whispers bravely. I have a budget for acquisitions. What have you brought me? We've brought you a Z story. We gained money. Their favor is increasing, and we lost our Z story. Okay, so we can... It seems like you can trade the stories you find for money or for other things. Depending on what you need. We have 29 echoes. We need 30 for that next person. But I think that's all we can do for now. What a charming little game. And I definitely look forward to playing more of this. Perhaps for the channel. Perhaps on my own. We'll see. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was Sunless Seas. Until the next one, enjoy whatever it is you choose to enjoy doing. And get yourself out of here.